in your new home here, Dale. Well, how do you like the digs here?
Oh, you know, it's been nice. I got nothing negative to say about it. Even if I tried to think about anything on the negative side, everything's been positive. So I get to work with my friends and have fun. We get to talk about racing. Jeff Burton says this all the time, and I agree. I'm watching the races anyways, right? I want to be at the track. I miss coming to the track, so if I could go to every race and hang out and watch them, I would. And so NBC is going to do that, send me to all the tracks, and then they're going to pay me to talk about it. So it's a dream come true, to be honest with you. Hopefully, it just comes down to the fans' opinion of the broadcast, the fans' opinion of the job we do and I do, that whether I get to stick around. So I'm going to try hard to do a great job and taking some great direction from I'm asking a lot of questions, taking great direction, taking a lot of notes, and trying to deliver and play my role. You know, there's 4 of us pretty much in the booth. You know, it's kind of, they're moving it around every race, but all 4 of us and the people and the pit reporters, everybody has a role to play, and I'm trying to find out where my lane is and stay in it.
What's it been like having a catchphrase after 1 week?
Yeah. I don't know I don't know that that's a catchphrase, because I don't know that you can just work it in anytime. And that was just a natural reaction to what I was seeing. That's what my bosses asked me to do, was to say what I was thinking. And especially in a moment like that when you're excited and I'm enjoying it, and I'm reacting like a fan. I'm reacting as a fan because I am a fan of what I'm watching. And so yeah, I was really surprised that took off like it did. I got done with the race, went to the car, drove to the airport, and by the time I got to the airport, everybody was texting me and saying it over and over, and I'm hearing it everywhere all week. And so that's cool. I'm glad that the broadcast was a success, and I'm glad everybody enjoyed, you know, that little tidbit there at the end. And hopefully, you know, we see as much excitement, you know, out of every race. You know, I think that the drivers really delivered on Sunday, and I think that we did a great job of showing what the drivers were out there doing, and the fans really got a sense of exactly the urgency and energy and intensity on the racetrack. I think that we as a team did a great job sort of helping the fan feel like they were there.
Oh, well, it was a ton of fun. Kind of what we expected, or at least what I expected, you know. For a lot of people that don't know Dale, I guess don't know what to expect. I fortunately know him very well, and I knew if it was just like it is when we were hanging out watching races, it was going to be a lot of fun, and that's what it felt like. You know, you kind of get the on-camera out of the way, and once you get off camera and you turn and look out the window and start watching racing, it really is no different than just kind of sitting down in the basement bar having a beer and watching racing. Let's go.
Well, we went up there around 10 o'clock in the morning and did a dry run of our intro. The first part of the show is about 10 minutes long, and that's really the only part that's structured or produced. Once they drop the green flag, it's just sort of fluid, and the race is going on, and you react to it. But the intro, the beginning of the show, where you got to say some thoughts, and we all up there kind of talking. That's produced as we get, and that's probably the most nerve-wracking part. But we go up there at 10 o'clock in the morning and do a rehearsal of that. And if you got any nerves, that knocks a lot of them off. Going through that rehearsal and sort of knowing exactly how the start of the show is going to go. That's nice to be able to do that. We might not rehearse every start. I think the hardest thing for me to do is really those structured, produced segments. And anytime we're on TV where we're trying to give a thought and react off of each other, is the most difficult part. When you're standing there not on camera watching the action on track, it's easy to react to that. The drivers are giving you content to talk about. But when you're on camera at the start of the show and then at the close is probably the toughest part, because you're really having to sum up your opinion of either how the race is going to start, what to look for, or your reaction to the race. It's really aggressive, you know, and either way, I think we're going to have I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna. I'm looking forward to this race because I think it's going to be a great race to watch, and there's a lot of storylines right now leading up to the playoffs. So there's plenty to be paying attention to and to be drawn to. There's a lot of attraction, to about the race itself. But we aren't going to change our. Steve will be on the pit box, I believe. I don't know if Steve will be in the B booth with me, so I might be in the booth. It might just be three of us upstairs, so there may be more time for all of us to talk, or me and Jeff to talk more often. But I'll try to do my best to describe what I'm seeing, and hopefully I can do a good job of that and articulate what I'm, so the fans understand what's happening. We call them the big three: Truex, Busch, Harvick. How many more wins can they get? Playoff points can they get? Will anybody get in there and join that conversation? Will the Chevrolets start to find their speed that they had last year, or that Larson had last year particularly? Obviously, I'm probably following HMS a little closer than most people, but that's a storyline in itself. Is how and when will they return to their past performance and glory? And there's a lot of talk this week about the young guns and their role in not only this year but the sport going forward, and so that's something to follow as well. And surely those guys are going to win, and when they do, it'll be a great conversation. Boss Sam Flood, he said, "Go be yourself." He said he wants me to be like I am on my podcast, so I couldn't believe he wants that. And I still don't know if I trust that 100%, but I inch closer and closer to that, and just kind of being fun and carefree and enjoying. I'm having fun up there, so let it go. And I'm not having to trim, I guess, as much rough edges off of what I'm doing as I thought I would. And